Hey guys, if your person is a Leo, sun, moon, or rising sign, or if you're just simply attracted to this reading, this is going to be a message for you. All right, I'm going to begin as I usually do, and we're going to get a significator for your person's energy generally, like a control card, just like a control in an experiment. So that is their energy default mode. And then we're going to get a card for their energy towards you. All right, so their energy generally is a change in the wind. So, um, they're looking at their circumstances differently and very instinctively, just like how animals can sense that some kind of storm system is coming in. Your person, they're feeling it in the air. They can't put their finger on what's changing, but quite frankly, which is ironic because what's changing is them. They think that it's the world around them that's changing, but what's changing is their perception of the world. Okay. And it feels like there's something that they've been carrying around on their back, toting around on their back, that they might be ready to release. Now, they could be doing a lot of the and not emotional relationships. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's with regard to emotional relationships. They could be doing a lot of emotional labor in their family, maybe at their even at their job. They might be doing the labor. Maybe somebody people are treating them like um you know like when you're being exploited at work. Where I'm from, they say, well, they see a jackass, so they're going to ride it. So it feels like maybe even at work, people are used to exploiting your person, and they've been carrying around a lot, and maybe they didn't notice because maybe they've always been carrying around a lot. Maybe in their family, they're the one that's always doing this and doing that and organizing this. They're the busybody. They're the ones sacrificing themselves for the group. Okay, because 12 is the card of sacrifice as well. And it feels like they're about to shrug this off. Whatever they've been carrying around, whatever they've been toting around, whatever responsibilities that they've taken on that is not theirs, it feels like they're about to shrug it off. Okay, let's get the card here. Round and round, yeah. I think what they realize, they've been doing the same thing over and over again, same experiment over and over again, and expect different results. So they've been trapped in this karmic cycle of self-sacrifice, perhaps even codependency, perhaps even putting themselves last and expecting people to appreciate them, people to see them. It doesn't work that way. They will only see you for your utility if it is that you put out there that your utility is the only thing that's good about you. So I think they've been really introspecting and looking at all the areas of their life where they've been carrying the load for everybody else. And the thing about it is when you're in this mode, you're going to treat other people the same way. You're not going to have sympathy or empathy for other people because you're already doing it. If I can do it, why can't they? Right? So if your person took you for granted in your relationship, in your connection, or if they are taking you for granted right now, it's because that's their default mode. Their default mode is please use, abuse, and discard me. And they will in turn treat people that way. Please you allow me to use, abuse, and discard you. Right? So I think this is what is changing in their life. Recognizing that this is not something sustainable that they can do. Let's see their energy towards you right now. So if they took you for granted, it's because they did to you what everybody does to them. The Lady of Sorrows. They know how much they hurt you. I think that's part of this reckoning that's happening with them right now. And they can see your pain, and they're only able to see their pain now because they're really only just connecting with their emotional body and connecting with themselves. They couldn't sympathize or with you before because they were going through the same thing. Okay, well, I'm doing the same thing, whatever. But now that they're really connecting to themselves, having empathy for themselves, now they see how they may have hurt you, and um they're also saying that you're someone very unique, right? Maybe they thought they could replace you, replicate your energy with somebody else, replicate the energy that they feel around you with somebody else. But it didn't work out. The energy towards you. Now they see you. And they can only see you because now they see themselves. They see you as the blessing. As a the blessing. Well, maybe you are blessed in the in that area. I don't know. All right, but they see you as a blessing now. They see your strength. They see your power. They finally see what the light that you brought to them. Look at you. Look at you. Just all light and beauty and wonder and just magical. And again, they're only able to see that because they're only now connecting to the beauty and wonder that's inside of them. Say, hurt people, but the inverse is also true. Um, Wonderful people recognize wonderful people. You have to be it to recognize it. So, um, now that they're able to identify the good within themselves and the good within life, they can see the good within you. I don't know if that helps or excuses how they may have behaved before, but it certainly gives you some understanding of how they may have operated, and maybe it will help you not to take the things that they did or said personally, because that was them projecting their pain outward. All right, we have Four of Wands, twin flame, high level soulmate, marriage, committed relationships, firm foundation. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, tell us about this round and round card. Okay, we have the lover's path, and it feels like the most cycles that they've went through with this kind of mentality has been in their love relationships. Okay, letting other people abuse them, and the people that really care for them treating them like crap. But they see you as a blessing now, right? Yeah, because they see in other perspectives. They're thinking outside of the box. They're finally broken free of that kind of narrow-minded mold that they're in. And it's because they're now able to access a fuller range of their emotions. Okay, so they're seeing you differently, and they're seeing the different things that you brought to the relationship. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. So, a lot of regret and disappointment in themselves. And I feel like this with the Seven of Cups for some of you guys, they may have been cheating on you, or they may not have told you that they were seeing other people, but they're transforming, they're changing. And this is someone who kind of look like Jesus. What would Jesus do? um, yeah. So this is someone, they want you all to themselves. And hopefully not in a psychotic way, because look, this is Pluto and Persephone. And Pluto here, represents Hades. Is it? Yes, Hades. I remember Hades. He wanted Persephone so much. This is such a toxic story. Um, Hades wanted Persephone so much that he stole her from um the upper world and brought her down to the underworld. And it's her mom, Demeter, that had to come and save, and then they had to call a truce where she would stay 6 months in the underworld and 6 months in the upper world. Like if she didn't have any kind of agent, I'm going to get into much politics with this, but I said to say that he wanted her so much, but it's a toxic ass story. I'm sorry, it's a toxic ass story. But this person, just want to let convey to you that this person, they're thinking about you a lot. Maybe bordering on obsession, and I hope it's not that, but you're certainly on their mind and their heart. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that. What do they want to talk to you guys about? It's only when you're repeating these stories you read, you realize they're just toxic as F. You know what I mean? Reminds me of the first time, like, I read The Gingerbread Man to my little nephews. And after that, I was like, I'm never going to read that story to another child again. And they were in tears by the time I got to the wolf gobbling them up. And, as a child, we heard that story and we weren't moved like that. But now as an adult, you're like, what a fucking sick story. This child just wanted to have a little bit of freedom. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. We have complacency. Okay, so, but with this complacency card, what I'm getting, it feels like despondent. Okay, and the reason why they're despondent is because of you. It's not your fault, but it is because of you. What do they want to talk to you about right now? They want to talk about abundance, but you know what? This abundance feels like a legacy because there's a younger person here, there's a house, and I feel like this is them wanting to like switch lanes. So this is a life that they were living, a kind of solitary life, maybe in addiction, um, certainly not happy, and they want to switch lanes and plant something new. And it feels like they want to plant something new with you. This came off a lot of the horoscope readings, the astrology readings, right? So definitely a collective energy. That's why I say sometimes the signs don't really matter. I mean, it helps, but if you're attracted to my channel, it means that there's a resonance there, and you could possibly just watch any reading. Okay, we have magic. Okay, and that is a magician. New beginnings, manifestation. We have the Queen of Swords. So they want to manifest this with you. We have destiny. It says fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, and we have fertility. And I don't. It's so weird. When I said fertility, I heard I wanna sex you up. Maybe they do. I don't know. I mean, you gotta get to the sex you up before you get to this, right? Anyway, whatever. So what do they want to talk to you about? They've been thinking about life, their legacy, what they want to leave behind, what they want to manifest, what they want to accomplish. And it feels like they just had this like bolt of lightning with this Queen of Swords energy here. It just struck them, this epiphany, that everything that they're looking to manifest right now has always been like right in front of them. Their destiny has been right in front of them all this time, and it's been you. It's been you. It's you. It's you. It's always been you. So they're wandering far and wide, going around in circles, right? Taking the scenic route, maybe several times. But everything that they've ever wanted, is that they want to manifest right now, it's always been you. All right. So that's what they're saying. Let's see what their higher self has to say, because maybe they can just talk a good talk. What does their higher self want to say about everything that they're saying here? Higher self, give us some clarity, give us some truth. inner peace. And it's just like the first card I was telling you guys about, right? They only treated you like they did, and they were only chaotic as they were because they had not achieved that inner harmony, right? They had not connected to who they really were, the essence, their core essence. But now that they've achieved this inner peace, this harmony within themselves, right? Connecting with themselves and the deepest expression of themselves, everything in your life is going to change. That's what the awakening is all about. All right, so we have here, maturity. So the higher self is already letting you know that this person, they've done a lot of growing up, okay? And it might have been through some really hard lessons, harsh lessons, but they have matured quite a bit. What does the higher self want you to know? We have Seven of Pentacles, investment and evaluation. We have Ten of Swords. And I told you, they learned this the hard way. We have Eight of Wands. And we have the King of Cups in reverse. So what is the higher self saying here? Right, a person is transitioning out of this King of Cups reverse. Now, the King of Cups in reverse is the covert narcissist. And they get attention through pity and Marthahood. And we tapped into that early, right? Marthahood and, just being self-deprecating. But, everybody they go to, it's a pity party and they're using a guilt and shame to get their needs met, right? They're transitioning out of that. They're moving out of that. We have the Eight of Wands here. And the reason why they're moving out of that is because they've had a really, really harsh lesson, a massive betrayal, okay? And that massive betrayal just threw them off kilter. And they needed to be thrown off kilter, okay? So now they're reevaluating everything. They're reevaluating everyone in their life, right? Re-examining their whole existence. And this re-examination of their whole existence is what is bringing them back to you, because now they know exactly what is of value. Once people aren't in that vibration, they're not going to be able to recognize what's truly valuable. Okay? So, someone who is not familiar can look at a $3 million ring and they will just treat it like trash, throw it all over the place. It's not of value to them. But a jeweler would keep that safe, put it in their safe, treat it with kid glove. In fact, they'll put on gloves to handle that ring. Okay, so it's the very same thing. Your person did not know what they had in you. They didn't see the blessing. So they're treating you like shit. But now that they're now attuned to that frequency, now they're seeing you clearly and they're going to treat you differently. Okay? All right. Now, based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be your person's next actions towards you within 1 month of you watching this reading? We have a Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the High Priestess. It says wisdom. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. All right. I'm picking up for some of you guys. There's a third party involved here or a very interfering family member. And I think your person is going to be setting a lot of boundaries with this particular person. Feminine energy is represented, but also masculine energy. So it feels like a ton load of people. And I'm not surprised because remember, your person was a jackass that everybody was riding. Remember that, right? So there's a lot of people in their life that they have to set healthy boundaries with, and that's what they're going to be about. We also have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this is the end of the fuckboy, right? So this is them creating stability within themselves and not scattering their energies all over the place. Okay, laser focused on what they want to manifest, and part of that is tying up loose ends, cutting cords with some people in their life. So whilst they are doing that exercise, what the spirit wants you to do. Boundaries. So they have to set healthy boundaries with people. But spirit saying you gotta set healthy boundaries with this person or other people in your life. So you guys are mirroring each other, right? You guys are on parallel tracks right now. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And for some of you guys, it may not be 3D boundaries, it may be 5D boundaries, energetic boundaries with people. Okay? Some of you guys already know you have some toxic people in your life. You have to put your shields up. Okay, so whether you believe in prayer, you believe in meditation, your affirmations, you have to be on it right now. It says sisterhood of the rose. It says beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. This is what they want you to tap into right now. Spirit is saying there is a lot of sacred knowledge that is lying dormant within you. You already know what you have to do, especially in the energetic world, to protect yourself. Tap into that energy right now and do whatever you are guided to do at this time. So for some of you guys, maybe you're being called to join some sort of spiritual group, whatever that may be, whether it's prayer warriors, whether it's Wicca, whatever it is, you're being called to join some sort of, it could be a spiritual or religious group. Okay. For others of you, maybe you're being called to light a candle for some sort of manifestation or do some sort of ritual. You listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. There's something energetic that you're being called to do at this time, to send a petition out there to the universe, whether it is for protection, whether it's for manifestation. There's something energetic that you're being called to do right now. Okay? Listen to your inner priestess or priest or person, your inner intuitive. Okay? I'm Amala, so that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care.